So the next thing I want to talk about is optional, but I think if you're trying to actually do this and be professional and really expand your reach, this is something you're going to want to do because it's Google. This is getting your analytics for your website. Google Analytics is free. They do have paid options, and I'm not going to walk you through the account creation, but I'll kind of pick it up from creating a new property. Google Analytics is some code that we can put on our website, and we can see what people watch, when they click on it, where they're coming from, such as directly to the website, or they Google searching for you, countries they're in, views by page, what's your popular content, what's your less popular content, what's growing over time, and what's going down. This is for my Chuck Builds website, not Chuck Builds a website. But to set this up, you're going to need to have a Google account, have it logged in, and I think there's a criteria that you might need to have a credit card on file. But you're just going to go to analytics.google.com and kind of follow the guide. I need you to use your eyeballs on this one and make sure that you have an account set up. And eventually you'll get to a point where you can do the setup assistant or create a property. For this specific example, I'm going to be setting up a property for Chuck Builds a Website, and I'll call it such. Business detail is going to be online community, small, one employee. And our business objective is going to be just traffic and user retention. So we created a property, and for this situation, we're a website, and we're going to type in www.chuckbuildsawebsite.com, and the stream for this will be a website. We'll hit create and continue. So we need to start collecting data, and that's with a Google tag. They're going to give us some code that we'll copy, and then we're going to go to our Ghost admin page now. So once you log into your Ghost admin page, you're going to come down to your cogwheel. You're going to scroll down to code injection, open, and then we're going to paste it in the site header just below form bricks, and we'll click save. So what this does is every time a page on your website loads, it's going to be kind of calling this link to Google and saying, hey, here's someone that's checking their website, and we'll get to kind of see where they're coming from and how long they stick around. To make sure the code is used, you got to view your website, and I'm sorry this looks different. I was working on a video about customizing it, and I hit pause. It was a lot of content. I wanted to do this instead. But we go back to analytics, we can test the installation, and we can correctly detect the tag on our website. So we'll hit confirm. Our data collection is pending, but to kind of show you some of the stuff of how it works, I'm going to use the actual Chuck Builds website. And again, this isn't going to make or break you, but it's a great way to see where people are coming from, what they're clicking on, and kind of see how you're doing. I really don't think I'm that actionable for this because I'm more of a YouTube channel, but if you were really trying to do a website for news, or if you're trying to sell ads on your website for local business, it would be nice to know how many people in your local area are accessing your website. I really don't want to get into too much detail here because I'm far from an analytics expert, but I think it's important for you to know that this is out there, it's free, and it's something that you can use to hopefully get some more insights on what your customers or your visitors like and what they don't necessarily like. I think that's pretty powerful, especially when you're just starting out. That's pretty much it for this video. The next videos that I'm going to make in this series is going to be a little bit more of how to use Ghost and how to use form bricks in N8N. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the rest of the series when you have time.